Hi there, how you doing? It's been a bit. So this is the fourth and currently final video of this little mini series. In this video, I'll be showing you how I crafted my belt, more specifically my belt buckles. It was a lot of fun. I haven't worked with foam in a while and I think I did pretty good. So if that sounds like something you're into, keep on watching. Hi, hello. Okay, so starting off, I am actually going to measure the existing belt buckle just to make sure that the new buckle is a good size. Now, this is my first rough sketch. This isn't the final. I just wanted to get the general idea. I will be using an actual guide, which is actually just a roll of tape. I find it easier just to fold the paper in half and only draw one side of the shape. This way it is the same on both sides. So marking again and then just taking that roll of tape to make as accurate an oval as possible. You'll see a lot of redrawing and erasing through this process. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Once I have my shape, I am going to draw out the cross, just a little rough sketch. I have used a few different references for this image. If you just look up Mello belt buckle, I'm sure you'll find them. I took some creative liberties with it, but it's pretty much the same idea. I am still just going to use one side. However, I wanted to see how it looked attached to the other side just to make sure that I am not going to make any mistakes because I like making those. You can see there I'm actually measuring just to make sure that everything is relatively symmetrical. So once I'm happy with that, just checking the belt again, and now I'm going to cut out around the cross.
Now I am going to transfer the design to my foam. I just want to mention that I would recommend getting thicker foam. If I ever did do this again, if I needed to remake the belt buckles, I would probably either get thicker foam or I would double up on my existing foam. I do have a lot of it. It was just a pack from Amazon. So it's not really an issue, but I do notice that my belt buckles are a little more flimsy than I would like. Not really an issue, but something that I could foresee being an issue if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing while I'm in the costume. Here I'm just sketching out the inner circle. I did not put that on the stencil just purely for ease of drawing it. But yes, you do want to have two distinct circles for the outline. Once I'm done with that, I separated them and I am carefully cutting out each one. This took a little bit of time. I would just recommend to really go slow and make sure your cuts are precise. Just take your time with it, especially if the foam is thinner. Here I am just spray painting the back, being mindful not to get any paint in the middle. That is where your fastener is going to go, so you don't want to have anything that could potentially pull off. And that is me spray painting the front. Now I'm just doing some dry brushing. I just watched a tutorial on YouTube. This was the first time I actually used this technique, and honestly, it was so much fun. I think it made it look really cool. I would highly recommend this method. You really want to make sure you just have a minimal amount of paint on your brush and just slowly work your way across the surface of whatever it is you're working on with light strokes. I did do a few layers of this. I did some more bold lines, especially around the outside, and I also used that metallic just to touch up areas that were too dark. It was really just a process of trial and error. I also sealed the buckles with a top coat. I put a few layers on just to make sure that that paint wouldn't go anywhere. If you watched my complete overview, which was part 2 of this series, you will know that I did destroy my favorite belt for this cosplay. I actually tore off the belt buckle. I stitch ripped and pulled them out and then hot glued it back together. It wasn't that difficult, actually. I kind of wish I would have shown the process, but I didn't think to do it. To fasten the belt buckles to the belt, I'm actually using command strips. Now, I initially was going to use magnets, and I was also going to just hot glue them on, but the command strips were actually an idea my mom had. I wasn't sure if it would work, but it did. They stuck right to both materials, which was foam and faux leather, so hey, maybe it's a new cosplay hack. They're the Velcro command strips, so basically you just push them together and stick one end to whatever you want and then the other end to whatever you're fastening it to. They stick pretty well. You're going to want to make sure that they are lined up properly, unless you want to have the Velcro showing. As you can see, I'm just cutting them to size and pressing down. I pressed down for about 30 seconds, then did the same with the command strip on the belt buckle. And then I just hot glued it for extra stability. I just marked where I wanted the second belt buckle with a black Sharpie. And putting it all together, that is the finished product. I am so happy with how these belt buckles turned out, and I hope I was able to give some insight or even help you out with your own Mello cosplay. So this does bring us to the current end of this series. I do have a bonus part coming out, which will be a showcase of my process creating Mello's burn scar, but that will probably be coming in the new year. I do have some other projects coming out, also related to Death Note, so keep an eye out for those. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below. Also, please consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing more. With that all said, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.